Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors. It's been a while since we've been on camera. Today's the 25th of June. Gosh, the summer solstice has already come and gone. It's been months since we've done a video. And I want to make a pitch for our summer party, which is coming up first weekend in August, featuring the MGA 1500, the first MGA out, because it is the 60th anniversary of the MGA. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about ventilating a Weber carburetor on an MGB. Now, first of all, Webers make good grills. They shouldn't be on your engine. I'm a fan of SU carburetors or Strombergs. They both work the same way. They're both excellent carburetors. The Weber is stupid, dumb. It does work. Put it on your car, it'll run. It's got its particular faults. I don't think it does quite as well as the SUs. I don't think you get the drivability, but lots of people use them. I got a call today from Mr. Murray in Washington, D.C., who had a problem, and it probably has to do with the way the engine is ventilated. So here's one. I'm working on one right now here, and we're going to show you how the engine is ventilated. Now normally, this is a 75B. Normally, with the proper cover, there's a vent that comes from the charcoal canister into the cover, and even though it's a pretty good size hose, the hole is only 5/64. So air comes into the valve cover, and then it comes out the front tappet inspection cover and ventilates directly into the carburetor between the jetting and the throttle disc. But now we've got a Weber. So the Weber comes with a little tiny fitting on the bottom of the air filter housing underneath that is supposed to receive the ventilation from the engine. But it's pretty small. And if your engine's making a lot of blow-by, either from age or whatever, the amount of blow-by can overwhelm that fitting, and the inside of the engine can end up pressurizing. That in turn causes oil leaks, because if the engine's blown up, oil's going to leak out of someplace, and it also increases oil consumption. The faster you go, the worse it is. To exacerbate that situation, if a PCV valve is installed, then sometimes the engine pressurizes a lot because there's nothing sucking the fumes out of the engine. So anyway, this is an improvement on the Weber design. It is a Weber. I can try to convince the customer to change carburetors. You don't want to spend the money. Fair enough. So we have here a fitting, now missing its hose clamp, which I couldn't pull the hose off of here, but this is pretty good size on the inside, 3/8 of an inch or so. That's okay. And the air then is able to come into the engine here. It's drawn out of the engine here through a massive fitting. This is a 1/2-inch fitting, 1/2 inch. So, and that goes right into the airflow here on the carburetor. Rather than up and through a little circuitous route, it comes right into the carburetor and is available. So as long as the engine is running, there's some flow of air through here. Now there's a small hole here in the cap because you don't want to totally evacuate the engine. And if this was not fitted, then this would be drawing on the engine, and you always want to make sure that you're bringing fresh air in. That would either be through here or through this big 3/8 hole here. So this is the preferred setup, my preferred setup for a Weber carburetor to ensure that the inside of the engine stays clean. What if the inside of the engine stays dirty? We'll go up front and let me show you some bearings. So here we are up front at my gallery of used and broken parts. Oh my gosh, this is not my only gallery. I've got several more. But I have some bearings here that show the signs of dirty oil. Now take a look at these, and you'll see this is an MGB rod bearing, and the whole inside surface here is mottled. Why? Because there's acid in the oil, and the acid has etched the bearing. Here's a T-type bearing, and it almost looks like there were worms inside here that have eaten away at the bearing material. But in fact, it was the acid in the oil. So that's why we want a good ventilation system. We want fresh air coming into the engine, filtered fresh air, and we want to get all the fumes out of the engine. We want to keep the inside of the engine clean, clean, clean. So if you have a Weber, use some really open kind of breathing. Don't trust that little 90-degree white plastic fitting that comes with it. That just isn't big enough. So remember, we have our summer party August 8th. This is the year 2015, and expect some more videos coming up soon. We're hot, we're back online. Safety fast.